Hey guys, it's Chad here. I have a really cool build that we just finished, and it's actually, I think, becoming my favorite power build to do on an Airstream. This is the 30-foot rear bed Globetrotter. Let me show you some of the cool things we did to it right now. Before we go inside, let me just say, we did install 1,000 watts of solar up there. We also did a Trima water heater. That is the Comfort there, not the Comfort Plus. It's the Comfort, and this is a Globetrotter, but this is before the new Suburban water heater came out that the current Globetrotters have. And I think that was, what, 2024? When they came out with that. Now you could probably still do a Trima on the new Globetrotter Suburban if you wanted to get rid of it. You just want to do the Comfort Plus, which is the same water heater, but it has a recirculation system built into it. Now let's walk inside. Let me show you the power build, what we did. 1,000 watts of solar on top. We did the Maxim skylights on this as well. Tank straps and the Trima water heater, and then we also did a pretty sweet power build. I'm going to show you that now. We're inside the 30-foot Globetrotter. If you don't know this floor plan, this is the one that has kind of, I call it the party bus. You have this really, I've got the, don't mind the cushions, they're up for a reason, but you got this huge kind of sitting area going all the way around, as you can see there. And then we also have a really nice kitchen. On the 30 foot, I actually think it's one of the better kitchens that they offer, because you get a really nice pantry right there. I mean, the largest pantry you can get, I think, on a 30 foot. Now, with the power system, we did install the Touch 70 right here. So, camera angle right there. It's a little high, but for this family, it works out. I think they're all tall, so it works out nice there. You could put it down here, but the problem with it being down there is you kind of have to sit on the sofa to get to it. So that's kind of the best place to go, even though it's a little bit high. Now this system has, it's a 24 volt system. So it has two 230 amp hour Epoch batteries. They're the Elite V2 series. Now the thing about Epoch and 24 volt is it sounds like, oh, that's half the amp hours as a 12 volt battery. So why did you do that? It isn't, because it's the same watt hour. So you would do the math at the 24 or whatever the stated voltage of is 25 something, I think. But you would do that math and it would come out to over 5,000 watt hours stored. You do the same thing on 12 volt and it's going to also come out to somewhere around 5,000 watt hours stored. So the watt hours are the same. So the amount of stored energy between the 24 volt 230 amp hour and the 12 volt 200 or 460 amp hour is the same watt hour, so it's the same battery capacity. But by doing the 24 volt system, we're able to use smaller cabling. Now let me show you what we did here in this corner, or under the dinette. So the kind of main part of the power system lives in here. We've got a MultiPlus-II 2120 24 volt 3000 watt inverter. We have the two 230 amp hour Epoch batteries nestled right there, so nice stored area. And then over here we also have our Lynx distributor, so everything is nicely contained and fused. We also have the Class T fuse right there, and then we do put a battery disconnect in. Now, one of the cool things about the Epoch battery, it does have an on-off switch on it, so you can turn the battery essentially on and off by using that switch. But I like to still put in a true battery disconnect, and that's just in the event that you need to turn the system off. You can grab that disconnect and turn it off. You're not trying to get to a power plug or anything like that. Now in this front corner is where we put a lot of the other goodies, so we wanted to go ahead and use this space as much as possible. So we've got our DC to DC charge controller right there. We've got our MPPT charge controller nestled right there, and then we've got our 70 amp 24 to 12 volt converter there. So that's what's feeding us consistent 12 volt power off of that 24 bank. If you're wondering how we build these systems on a 12 volt Airstream, that's the box that makes all the magic right there. That's going to convert 70 amps of power constantly off of that 24 volt battery bank. And then we have a Blue Sea Safety Hub 150. This just made it a lot easier to get all this stuff connected and fed. So we have one alt cable feeding that from our Lynx distribution into here. Of course, everything's going to be fused and so forth. So, oh, let me show you where we put the Trima. the Truma controller. So the original controller was right here, you know, that big one lived there, the Gerard. So we got rid of that and we put the Truma there to be able to turn that on and off. So nice job by the team. Very proud of this build. If you have any questions about power systems, if you want to do a power build in your Airstream, be sure to reach out, rambletrailerworks.com. Thanks guys, bye.